Hi, welcome to my TBR for Spooky Reading Month. This was supposed to be lit and then a dark room with a candle, but I can't find my matches, which is a shame because this lights up different colours when you light it, so that would have been really cool. But we just get it like this. Anyway, might as well get rid of that then. I like to read dark thriller horror books and then any fantasy that include like anything that's Halloween based basically. During October it is officially autumn now. That was my foot crack, did you hear that? Because I was leaning on my feet. So I guess it is time to get rid of my summer TBR, which is still on my cart and needs to be swapped over because I wanted to finish Blackout, which is by multiple authors. I should get that. This, look at the edges as well, because this was on my summer TBR, so I wanted to finish this and then do my autumn TBR, and I've very nearly finished this, so by the time you're seeing this I would have finished this. Finish. So I will be able to start my autumn reading, and it was summer until late September, so that's why I didn't start autumn reading until this month, because it still felt a bit summery to me in September. Like, we were still getting a little bit of sun at some points, and I just really wanted to get to this. This was like a priority, so I wanted to get to this before I switched over. I'm glad I did because it's so good, it's so fun and cute and I love it. But I have started my autumn reading actually, because I'm reading a witch book on my Kindle. I can't even... wait, it's called Spellbound After Midnight by Jenna Collette. It's so good. 5 stars, or I haven't finished it yet, but 5 stars. I was crying in my bed last night reading it. Guys, Tessa Daniels and Detective Derek Chambers, you want to meet them. Trust me, you want to meet them. Go read it. It's on Kindle Unlimited. That's how I'm reading it. If you haven't got Kindle Unlimited, I'm not sure how much it is wherever it is, but it is worth it. It is worth it, and it's a 4 or 5 book series, and I can't wait to get to the next one because it's about the best friend Vivian. I'm pretty sure it is, or one of them is, either way, and I love Vivian. She's so funny and fun, and basically it's like a murder mystery but with a fantasy element, because the main character is a witch, and then the detective goes on the case to solve the murder, and she gets caught up in it because it's a Cinderella retelling. So Cinderella, she's called Ella in this, gets murdered, and you know, there's a whole investigation, and it's just so good. And obviously there's a romance between the witch, who wants to help solve the case for reasons that I think might be spoilers, and she joins the detective Derek, and it's just so good. It's so good. I highly recommend it. Please someone else read it so I have someone to talk to about it, because it is so good. I'm gonna cry thinking about it. Like, it is 100% my favourite book I've read so far this year. Wait, but I did really like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. No, but this is so fun. I think it might be my favourite book of this year so far. Anyway, now I need to pick some books. So my horror, thriller, mystery books are in the hallway, so I'm gonna go search through them. I think that'll be quite quick because I have a general idea of what I want to pick from those. I know I want to pick Dracula off my classics, which is also out there, because my friend's sister has just finished it, and they were saying how like it was good, and it just got me really inspired to read it, like what they were saying about it. So definitely gonna pick that, but I don't know if I'll get to it. Any of these I pick, I don't know if I'll get to them. I'm probably gonna carry on the series on my Kindle because it's so good, but I also want to read Pumpkin Spice Cafe on there because that's just come on to Kindle Unlimited as well. So, okay. I picked from outside, and then I'm gonna do some fantasy picks because the Spellbound After Midnight, I'm never gonna stop talking about that book. I don't think it's so good. Has got me back into a fantasy drive. So let's go with what I picked from out there. I'm not 100% sure about all these. So I picked up Tombs because it's like a horror manga, and I really enjoyed, it's by Junji Ito. I really enjoyed Cat Diary by this author, so I think this would be cool to read this month. Also, like, I'm pretty sure this one, it's like one of his newer ones. He does all different collections like this. I'm pretty sure this one has ones from the other collections. I'm pretty sure I saw someone say that. Got City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. I've read, what's it called? The Invisible Life of Anna LaRue by this author. This is her writing young adult, middle grade. Yeah, no, this is them writing middle grade. And it's about ghosts. That's why I picked it. So this is what I'm not sure about. Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Yeah. He wrote The Percy and a Wallflower, which I really liked. So also Ruby Granger, she's a study slash booktuber and has like an Instagram, and she posted a story reading this and saying it was good, and then I was kind of like really inclined to pick it up, but looking at all these other ones I want to read, I feel like this one would take up most of the month, and I don't know if I want to commit to that when there's a lot of other ones I want to read at this time of the month. Not this time of the month, at this time of the year. So we'll see about that one. I've got Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. I know this is literally the same size as The Imaginary Friend, but I'm only going to read like snippets out of this. So this is all the Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. I recently got this and I'm so excited by it because I've always wanted to read his works, and I read The Telltale Heart it was last year. Really enjoyed it, even though it's like really short. I really loved it, and I read A Mask of the Red Death retelling, which is making me want to read Mask of the Red Death. I'm pretty sure, is it called The Mask of the Red Death? That sounds wrong now. If it's not called that, I'm not gonna find it. Is called The Mask of the Red Death. Okay, great. So I want to read like a couple from here. He's obviously a horror writer, so that fits in. Signed Sealed Dead by Cynthia Murphy. I've read 3 other books by this author. Gave one a 3-star, one a 5-star, and one. Have I read 3 or have I read 2? Either way, one of her. The first book I read by her was 5 stars. This one I haven't read yet, but it's about a ghost, so I hope it's gonna be fun. I have a cold. I'm gonna sneeze. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Night Film by Marisha Pessl. I've wanted to read this for a while now, and it just sits on my shelf waiting because it kind of intimidates me. So it's like a mystery thriller, but with like a lot of mixed media. So this is like an email, like a magazine front cover, I guess that is, different evidence files, and just all different things. a website post. So, and it starts with the news report about this girl's death. And I love mixed media, so I think this would be really cool to read. But so I think this might be a priority because I think that'd be really cool to read. Anyway, The Bizarre Bad Dreams. This is one by Stephen King. This is one I wasn't sure about as well, because as well as Imaginary Friend, because I kind of only picked it because it's the last Stephen King I own that I haven't read, and I want to read a Stephen King other than it, but I've read a little bit of it years ago and I didn't finish it. Not because I didn't like it, I just it was at a time of my life where I would start books and then put them down about halfway through because I just couldn't concentrate for a whole book. I don't know why I went through that phase. So I do want to reread what I've read of it. That's my nephew. And read the rest of it. But I don't know if I want to read that this month because it's quite chunky. So I picked this one up, and it's just like a lot of short stories. But yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this right now. So I'm going to put it in the maybe pile with this one. Whoopsie. Alice by Christina Henry. I wanted to read this for so long, and now I have this beautiful, stunning copy. It just has to be read. So it's like an Alice in Wonderland retelling, but in a dark, twisted way. So I love retelling, so that's basically why I really want to read that. And then obviously Dracula, which I spoke about. So that's all the ones I picked off of there. There was a couple of thrillers that I did nearly pick. I had like The Chain, The Chalk Man, I think it was called. In a Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. I've wanted to read that for ages, but I just don't know if I'm feeling that for this month. So now I'm gonna look around and pick some fantasy. Yeah, I really don't know where I want to start with the fantasy. Just the rest of that series on my Kindle. These, also the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. There's actually a couple witchy ones on there, I think, as well, but I'm going to focus on that series and the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. So these are my Fairy Loot editions, along with some on here and some on the shelf down here. A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. One of my favourite authors of all time. She wished me a happy birthday, I think for my 21st, my 22nd. Either way, I'd never forget it. I'm pretty sure it's my 21st. I just said I'll never forget it. Look, I'll never forget that she did it. I might forget the age I was. And she wrote The Sands of Arawiya duology, so We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars, which are incredible, and I've loved her ever since. So I can't wait to read this, which was a Fairy Loot edition. I wasn't buying books at the time this was released, or that the pre-order was released, so I couldn't buy it, and I was really sad, and then it turned up in my Fairy Loot box. Imagine my excitement to have it in special edition as well. This has vampires, which is why it's suitable for this month, which makes me really excited. Yay. So that's going to be a definite. And I think, well, this one is vampires as well, so that feels relevant, but then I'll have 3 vampire books, and I'm actually not a lover of vampires, so 3 vampire books seems like a bit much. No, I've never read Twilight, but this one seems fun because it's like a game, I think. Yeah, a hidden magic show. She's a vampire hunter as well, because a vampire murdered her mother, so then she wants to win some magic, yeah, to avenge her mother, but she has to play this magic game show thing, and that does sound really fun. I might put it. See, I say I don't like vampires. The thing is, I don't like when it's written about them biting people because it makes me think of needles. Also, there was a film that traumatized me when I was young called Stakeland. I think I watched that when I was too little, because ever since then I actually think that's when I've been scared of vampires. I didn't like it. It scared me. Maybe it's time to overcome that fear with the fact that I do own vampire books. I actually just got Twilight as well from my sister because she didn't want it anymore. I'm going to try a vampire book again with A Tempest of Tea, Dracula and Cruel Illusions. I think I am going to add this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I know this one has a witch. Violet Made of Thorns. So this could be one. Okay, so this is a darkly enchanting fantasy debut about a morally grey witch. My voice went funny. A darkly enchanting fantasy debut about a morally grey witch, a cursed prince, and a prophecy that ignites their fate-twisted destinies. Perfect for fans of The Cruel Prince. That's me. Okay, I'm going to add this then. So there's a witch in it. That's why it counts for autumn spooky month reading. I do own the Vampire Diaries as well. I just saw it there. Anyway. Okay, Death of a Bookseller sounds murderous, which fits the theme. This is an independent bookshop edition. That's fun. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Basically, this was one I really wanted to read, and then someone whose reviews I trust posted, like, I think they only gave it 3 stars with a bit of like a okayish review, so I kind of put it off, and maybe it's time for me to try it for myself. 2 booksellers, and they're obsessed with crime, and it becomes a bit of an obsession and stuff happens. I think I'm going to include this because now, like, reminding myself of it, I'm excited about it. Maybe I'd like it. You know, you don't know things until you try them yourselves. So I'm going to include that. This, I believe this is a Red Riding Hood retelling. Okay, so it's about it says, fairy tales come to life with dark, deadly twists. We want dark, we want deadly. I feel like it should be added. I'm gonna add it. I'm not gonna get to any of these. I've got so many. Maybe I need to stop there. These are the ones I picked from the shelves in my room. So, okay, I'm not going to get to all of these. I need to limit this TBR. So, okay, I'm going to pick the ones that I know I definitely want to get to. So, obviously, I can't get it because it's right at the bottom. Okay, there we go. A Tempest of Tea by my queen. This is actually a We Hunt the Flame scrunchie. Okay, anyway, yeah, so this will be like 100%. That's one. Oh, I don't know how to limit it for all these. So, honestly, I'm going to focus on that series on my Kindle. If the other books are anything like this first one, I'm just going to read that. I do love a retelling. So maybe I should go with this. But, okay. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep all the paperback ones. Maybe, because these I wasn't sure of, maybe get rid of these. This one I only picked because I wanted Stephen King, but I'm not really feeling this one at the moment. So yeah, and this one I was really inclined to reading it because of Ruby Granger's post, but now I don't know, so I'll probably put that one back as well. Dracula, I don't know if I'm going to read this, to be honest, but I would like to. This is a definite. This is a definite. This is a definite. This is definite. Ow. Definite for a couple of these. Well, maybe. I might leave that on the shelf outside rather than put it on my cart because it'll take up quite a bit of space, but I know that I want to read a couple of them. This will be a definite, I think. Definite for the TBR. When I say definite, not definite that I'll read them. And this one. So, okay. Ow. Oh no. There's too many books I want to read. I am in the middle of recounting my physical TBR because I hadn't counted it properly for a while, so when I've done that I'll let you know how many is there, but I haven't bought any new books because I don't want to add to it. I want to get through a lot of these. These are the paperback and horror mystery thriller ones I've picked from out there. This one needs to be turned around so you can see it. Oh god. I'm struggling. Okay. Give me a second to line that back up properly. Use my knee. Okay, there we go. So them ones are all definite for the TBR, as well as A Tempest of Tea. Can you see them? And then on top of those, I'm now gonna limit the fantasies I picked because I picked quite a few. So I might get rid of Cruel Illusions to leave space for some of these others because I have Dracula and A Tempest of Tea, which are vampires, even though this did sound really good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put that one back. And then this one I think will be fun for a murder mystery kind of thing. So I might leave that one on it because I've actually wanted to read this for a while now. Since it come out, actually. I think I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to put this in a maybe. I'm just going to make maybe piles again. This is about a witch, so I feel like it is the best time of year to read it. But am I feeling it? I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling it, to be honest. See, all of these on my shelves I do want to read, and at one point I'll be like, oh, I really want to read that. But then, because I'm a mood reader, I'll look at it at a certain point and be like, not right now though. Which I think is what I'm thinking for this one. Oh, but that first sentence kind of pulls me in. It's like, today Prince Cyrus returns to the capital with a bride, or else. Now I don't know. I don't know. I just liked that. So wait, okay. Oh, this is the one that was perfect fans of Cruel Prince as well, though. I think I can put this on maybe. These are all maybe, technically. Okay, Belladonna. I feel like I could read this, like, in November. But then it is, like, gothic. Okay, I'm going to put this on definite with A Tempest of Tea because it's a gothic one and I feel like that really suits the mood. But then gothic winter. Okay, no, actually I'm not going to include this because I feel like I might want to read this in November. Don't ask me why, I just do. So I'm going to put this with Cruel Illusions and I might read that in November. Book of Night by Holly Black. This is a dark story, but I don't know. Yeah, like it's a dark fantasy, but I don't know if I want to read it. I don't know if I want to take up space reading it this month when I could include something that's a little bit more autumnal based. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm gonna put that with those. Okay, so I've eliminated 3 already and I've got 2 maybes, which I feel like I'll be able to include these with the elimination of those 3, which I think I'd rather read these this month. So that sounds good to me. Okay, we've got 3 more to go through. So the Forest Grimm, which was the dark Red Riding Hood and fairy tale retellings, which I love. So she has a fortune teller grandmother, and the grandmother therefore can warn her of something that's going to happen. A little adventure fantasy. I feel like that could be fun. I think I'm going to include this. I'm going to put it with the other 2 that are maybes, because I have got one here that's about the dead and ghosts, and I think this is going to be a definite for sure, actually. This is Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto. I think I've talked about this book before. I think it was on my TBR for last year's October, but I never read it. Yeah, like, I definitely want to include this, actually, because when I read this, I want it to be during October, because I just feel like it will be, like, really dark, and I don't know what I'm saying most of the time. If I make sense to you all, great. We're on the same level of vibes. The last one is The Crimson Moth. So this is about a witch. So I feel like this one should be a definite. Because someone I'm friends with on TikTok. Yeah. I can't remember if it was Goodreads or TikTok. I'm pretty sure it was TikTok, and they posted about this book and how much they really enjoyed it, and so I really want to read it. You know, when, like, you have so many books you want to read, but then one specific one gets talked about somewhere and you want to just pick it up and read it immediately. That's what I feel with this one, so I'm going to definitely put this one on there. So that leaves all the ones I showed you, plus these 3. I feel like that was a good elimination round. Oh, and I forgot about these. Wait. So plus those 3 for definites. So I'll put those with the definites. And then I have Wicked, because the movie's coming out and it's about a witch. But I feel like I could read that in, like, November. I don't know when the movie's coming out, actually. But I feel like this is the kind of one where I'm not bothered whether I read the book first anyway. So I'm going to leave that one out. This one was about, an exorcist. And she starts to learn dark things about the person who employs her. And it actually sounds really good, so I think I'm definitely going to include this. This was actually at a blind date with a book last year. It was a Halloween blind date with a book. So I feel like that's relevant then. Okay, so that's definite. And then we've got these 3. I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books. So realistically, I should not include these 3 if they were only maybes. But I really want to. I could keep them in my mind. Will they even fit on the cart with the others? Okay. I'm gonna pick one. It's gonna be... I don't know. I was gonna say it's probably gonna be one of these, but now I don't know, because this sounds good as well, but then... I don't know. But The Crimson Moth is about witch. So I've got, with the fantasies, I've got vampire, the dead, I think zombie kind of things, and ghosts maybe, a witch, an exorcist, so that would be specifically ghosts. So then I could have, I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't help actually. I was trying like pick one, so that would eliminate this because that's another witch one. But then this is another thriller / murder mystery, which I've got quite a few of. So maybe get rid of those 2 and include this one, because I feel like this one is a bit different to all of them. So it's about like an evil, someone uses this magic book for evil. And it's like, yeah, Fairy Tales Come to Life with Dark Daily Twist. I think I'm going to include this one because it feels a bit different to all the others, and it's like a little adventure fantasy with dark twists. I feel like I haven't got that, so I'm going to include this one. Look how pretty it is too. So let's just go. I'm gonna show the definite pile, but I'm not gonna lift it up because it's very precarious. It's got like the smaller books on the bottom and then the bigger books on the top. So then, okay, and also these ones on my Kindle as well. So yeah, I feel like I've got plenty of choice. I'm definitely not gonna get to all of these. It's a bit ambitious, but I just like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel towards the end of the month or in the middle of the month. So I can't pick those, I can't pick definites. I just can't pick definites. I can't do it. I got to put all these ones back. Like a little librarian. This is me from the future. I forgot to add this to my physical TBR. For some reason I just forgot that I had it and my brain didn't see it when I was looking at that shelf. No, I don't know whether I'll get to it, but I want it to be an option. So I know like I was trying to lessen the physical TBR and eliminate having so many, but I don't have a romance, like a strict romance on there. Other than the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. But yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that I'm adding this to all the others that I've spoken about or will be speaking about whenever I put this part, this little section into the video. Yeah, so add this to the physical TBR. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I've read Geekerella by her, but that was a young adult. She now writes adult fantasies? No. She now writes adult romances with a little bit of magical realism. So like this one, there's a ghost. So yeah, I will be adding this to the physical TBR. So they're all the ones that are definites, alongside with the ones that are on my Kindle. When I say definites, I mean like, so when I say definite, yeah, I mean like, not definite I'm going to read, because I'm not going to read this many books, but definite that they're on my TBR. So if you've read any of these, please let me know your thoughts so I can like prioritize the TBR, because there's still quite a few to pick from on the smaller TBR than my whole TBR. I can't wait. I don't know what I'm going to start with because I've got to finish this still, which I will finish today, and then I'll pick one of these to read as my physical book. I don't know what I'm going to start with, but I'm excited either way because they all seem great. I really like my picks. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Like I said, if you have read anything, please let me know so I can have some thoughts about what to prioritize. Let me know what you're planning to read this month, and we can have like a little chat. And yeah, thank you for watching and getting this far. And yeah. Okay, I never know how to end videos. Should I end it with the candle again? That smells like cinnamon spice. I love it. Okay, obsessed. I need to find my matches. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you're not, or consider it. If you don't want to, that's fine. I don't want to force you, but it would be really nice if you did. Hope to see you again. Hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye. I don't actually know why I was holding the pumpkin at the end. I just thought I should end it how I started it. Anyway, bye.